So 2019, besides two Disney movies and How to Train Your Dragon and Hidden World, almost every animated film either underperformed or outright flopped. I'm looking at you, Ugly Dolls in Wonder Park. But the main animated movies of this year, Adam's Family said that's based off a popular show will probably do decently like Downtown Abbey. I was thinking Downtown Abbey would gross around 20 to 24 million, not 40 plus million. So it shows that people fans of older shows will come out for these movies. Arctic Dogs, don't worry, that will probably do 5 to 8 million. No one watched it. Playboy movie's already a flop. It's already busted. Frozen 2, since it has Disney's logo on it, it will probably be a success. And Spies in Disguise will be a symbol in sales to you know, Fernandad. Um, at the very best. So we have movies coming out next year. We have the Sonic movie, which I already made a whole video why that could not flop. There was a possibility of still every movie unless it has Disney's logo on it has a possibility of flopping. Um, Sonic the Hedgehog does have a possibility of flopping. Again, it also has a possibility of being canceled. But Sonic doesn't really have much competition. And since families will not have any other movies to see, because no one families are not going to want to take their kids to go see R-rated movies like The Kingsman, and there's no Marvel movie to compete with. If there was like an MCU movie, I would probably say the Sonic movie might flop, and I don't think kids are gonna want to see a Harley Quinn movie or The Kingsman. There was a Doctor Dolittle movie, but that's for more older audiences. The Call of the Wild. There is a movie that it could do okay, it could flop. Call of the Wild is one. I haven't seen the trailer for it, but it might do okay. It'll probably be one of those movies that will probably it has a bigger chance of flopping than Sonic the Hedgehog because it's based off an unknown property. It is. We don't even know. I don't even know who's making it. It's not made by Blue Sky or any studio. It's just a animated movie that was probably picked up by Fox before Disney bought them, and Fox decided not to cancel it because they want to make sure it does well. But Call of the Wild will probably do okay at 10 to 20 million. Onward, it has Pixar, it has Disney's logo. It's gonna do A plus. It's gonna do well. It has Disney's logo. Moving on, Peter Rabbit 2. Again, more unnecessary sequels. Okay, let's go for the first Peter Rabbit. Um, First Peter Rabbit goes 115 million. So, and it was released on a holiday. I don't think it's gonna have the same luck as the first movie. It'll probably go similar opening, but probably only end up with 60 to 70 million domestically, which could probably be the truth. And it'll probably do worse than the first movie worldwide. It'll probably do just as well as the first movie worldwide, if not better, unless it underperforms severely as well. But I think Peter Rabbit could do well. Next is Trolls World Tour. This is probably gross even more than the first movie because people for some reason loved this movie. It brought back those really freaky things called trolls that nobody cared for with the really long hair. And it'll probably do well because the first movie was such a success, even though it wasn't that great. It made $150 million. And the second movie will probably gross $500 million alone because this movie did well on home media as well. Peter Rabbit didn't do too well. Next is Scooby Doo. People have been wanting a animated feature movie for a long time. Fans of Scooby Doo, especially. So this movie will probably do well. It will probably attract the younger kids who recognize Scooby Doo. Same thing with SpongeBob movie. I don't see both of these movies flopping. The SpongeBob movie is um actually more like the SpongeBob show than the Sponge Out of Water movie, which didn't flop despite its bad reviews by fans and critics alike. And it'll probably do similar to the Sponge Out of Water. The only problem is competing with Scooby Doo, but SpongeBob has such a profound impact on the world like Scooby Doo does. I don't see both movies flopping at all. So it has Disney's logo on it. It's Pixar. It's owned by Disney. Has Disney's logo on it. It won't flop. Minions: The Rise of Gru. This movie is an interesting one. It does have the minions on them, which anything about the minions or Despicable Me for some reason is super popular. I wasn't expecting Despicable Me 3 to be the only movie to pass $1 billion at the box office of summer of 2017. This just shows how popular these yellow things are. The Minions to Rise of Gru will probably hit $1 billion just because kids like the Minions. And kids will probably force the parents to suffer through another Despicable Me movie because how popular the Minions are. Next is Bob's Burgers. This is flopping. There is no way this is not gonna flop. Bob's Burgers has to compete with it's gonna be the second flop of the year besides Call of the Wild, which means Disney will be losing on 2 movies this year, because unless Peter Rabbit does flop. But that's a 50-50 chance, or Sonic the movie. But Bob's Burgers, I think, is gonna do okay, but it's not gonna do amazing. This movie, we don't know what it's about, so that will be skipped. Vivo. Do not know what this is about. It'll probably, if it's like Coco, it'll probably do well, similar to Coco, cause it's kind of more for the Hispanic audience, and Latin America, and Ron's Gone Wrong, do not know anything. It's even listed as invalid, so not talking about that movie. It's even invalid. Raya and the Lost Dragon, it has Disney's logo on it. It will do well. The Cruise 2. This is the last movie we'll be talking about. The Cruise 2, it is a weird one, because it has been 7 years since the first movie, and I don't think people will be here for a second movie. Okay, the first movie did well, but not many people really remember the cruise, okay? Except for people who really go into animated movies or go into history of DreamWorks. It did do well with $187 million, but I just don't think the first movie will do as well. The second movie will do as well as the first movie. So I would expect a similar drop like How to Train Your Dragon to How to Train Your Dragon 2 and Madagascar to Madagascar 2. No, the more likely one is How to Train Your Dragon 1 to How to Train Your Dragon 2. Which means we'll be expecting around similar to Kung Fu Panda 3 numbers. And that's basically about animated movies of 2019. The reason that animation curse happened this year was because there wasn't many big movies, okay? That's the real and final problem here. There were 4 big movies. Yes, the Lion King remake is an animated movie. It even says it right here. And 3 of 4 of those movies have Disney's logo on it, or is affiliated with Disney. I think, okay, so how many animated movies are coming out next year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which this is uncertain, 14. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, but 7 is the worst case scenario. 8, 9, 10. So, either 8 out of 10, 14 movies, or 10 out of 14 movies. If Ron's Gone Wrong comes out, I think that's gonna flop, so 10 out of 15 movies. And that's it. The animated curse will not continue the next year. I just don't think that's gonna happen. Animated studios have big projects. There are big sequels coming out next year. And I don't think movies are gonna underperform as severely as last year did. Like The Secret Life of Pets 2. What was The Secret Life of Pets 2? Secret Life of Pets 2 only grossing this much. And I think the animated series are gonna learn from The Secret Life of Pets 2 underperformance. And not just because our first movie did well, we don't have to advertise it. Make sure our second movie doesn't do well, because they were really expecting Pets 2 to be a massive success like the first movie, and they didn't really advertise it that much. I didn't really see much advertisements. There were actually a lot of ads. There were some ads for Pets 2, but there were more than Dark Phoenix, of course. It was either adding for, but problem was I think the real problem with Pets 2 was Disney's monopoly basically killing the movie and crushing it between Aladdin and Toy Story 4. One of the problem was that these animated movies had to compete with Disney's live action remakes. For some reason, still make money, Yes, for some reason people would rather watch a movie about a creepy blue genie that looks like Will Smith than watch a movie about funny pets. Yes, that's where we are at now. Because, it's Will Smith. It had of course, it's Will Smith genie, And I think the Sonic movie won't flop because of all the memes. Because if Will Smith Genie, if Ryan didn't tank because people saying, oh, Will Smith Genie is so creepy and stuff, or wait, let's just go have Sonic backface back. If Rita didn't flop and people said, oh, Rita's so creepy, or Aladdin didn't flop, you know what? Let's just say Cats and Sonic the Hedgehog going flop either. Because I think people was go see just how bad these movies look. Rita didn't look bad, but Aladdin kind of did. And some people just really wanted to go see, just to see how ridiculous Will Smith's genie looked in the movie. How if they actually had this in the movie. And same thing with the Sonic the Hedgehog and the Cats movie, which are even worse than the Will Smith genie. And kind of made Will Smith genie forgotten about. Goodbye.